Mike, now.
How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. It is Thursday, one more day before the weekend gets here, so it's all good in the neighborhood, as they say. Today's word of the day is law abiding. Very simple. It stands for adhering to the law and whatnot. And I chose this word one because I saw one of my favorite movies that was ever made was Law-Abiding Citizen with Jamie Foxx. It was a great movie. If you guys have never seen it, definitely check it out because it's one of those. I'm an action-packed movie guy when it comes to realistic life movies. That's why I'm not that big of a movie buff in today's world because most of the movies that are out either they're catered towards children or they're catered towards people who are anime fans on various levels. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. People who are Marvel fans, DC fans, all that stuff. I could care less about that stuff. I grew up, I'm the Die Hard with a Vengeance kind of guy. I'm the Hateful Eight kind of guy. I'm the Pulp Fiction kind of guy. Those are the kind of movies I'm into. Action packed. I grew up I'm an 80s baby, grew up in the 90s. So, watching movies like Lethal Weapon, cop movies, movies about agents, terrorist organizations, criminal enterprises, historical movies. That's the kind of stuff I always like to watch. So nothing wrong with anime movies like even what was it, like the Black Panther movie was an okay movie. I only saw it once because I'm not into superhero movies. That's just what it is. But it was a great movie altogether. So I'm not knocking anything. Everybody likes what they like. I know what I like. But anyways, the movie Law Abiding Citizen, a gentleman who was actually he was very wealthy, very well to do, and he was actually a they call him he wasn't a spy, but he was like a brain for this Central Intelligence Agency. His family was unfortunately killed right in front of him. His daughter and his wife was killed in front of him, and he trusted in the legal system to arrest and punish the men who did it. He saw who did it, but because he was hit over the head numerous times, he couldn't give an accurate, 100% accurate description, and only one out of the two gentlemen was getting the death penalty for the crime, and the other gentleman who actually committed the murder, because the other guy did the robbery, but the other gentleman, but obviously guilty by association. You're an accessory to murder, but because the other guy pled a deal first, the other guy was able to get out of jail after a couple of years and things of that nature. But long story short, the gentleman's character, he's a great actor. I forgot his real name, but Jamie Foxx played the district attorney, and Viola Davis actually played the mayor of the city of Philadelphia. So, but anyways, long story short, what ended up happening is he physically killed one of the guys that actually got away with the murder, and the one gentleman who was going to be killed by lethal injection put some specific poisonous venom within the lethal injection to make sure the guy suffered tremendously and didn't have a quote unquote peaceful death. But anyways, and because his mindset was he didn't believe in the system, and he wanted to overthrow the system. And I'm not an advocate of overthrowing the system, but I'm an advocate of playing chess with the system like rich people do. Warren Buffett's, the Elon Musk's, Jeff Bezos. These are a lot of people that they don't have to pay the same amount of taxes as regular working people because they have a team of accountants and CPAs and tax strategists and things of that nature. So in order for them to be able to play the economic game in a legal manner and whatnot, they play the game to win. That's what playing chess is. You play checkers to win, but you're winning from a mediocre perspective. And most working people, including myself, a lot of times we end up winning from a mediocre perspective, meaning we can maybe save a little bit more money, we may be able to invest a little bit more money, but we have to end up still paying taxes. I don't have to because thankfully because of my investments in my businesses, outside of me having my online Shopify store, which you can check out in the description, or me, buying investment properties, buying, wholesaling, real estate, things of that nature. So I'm able to, and utilizing things via my business. So that gives me tax write-offs, so playing chess in the game of the economic game of life is what it's all about, in my personal opinion. And to be a great chess player, you have to consistently play the game, but you have to, you have to take some wins. You got to, do the best to take your wins, but you're going to take losses at the same time. And the beautiful thing about losing is you will learn from losses. Michael, if you're going to go from an athlete's perspective, Michael Jordan took losses. LeBron James lost games. The best players in all genres of sports have lost games before. They haven't won them all. And that's how life is. You can't win them all. Relationships, you can't win them all. Sometimes you have a child, they might die in labor process. They might have a miscarriage, unfortunately. Horrific things happen. Or a child might be born with a defect and whatnot. Or something might bad happen to, we can't control everything in life. We can do our best to try to control the way life is, but we can't control everything in life. I wish I could, but trust me, I can't. If I could, trust me, things would be different. And I'm sure everybody else feels me on that aspect in life. You know what I mean? But anyways, long story short, you do the best to be as law-abiding as possible. No, don't do your best. Be a law-abiding citizen, absolutely. But learn how to maneuver in the economic world of how you earn money and how you invest money, how you save money, and who you're talking to when it comes to money. Do your best to work in that atmosphere, because to try to run in those kind of circles, because the worst thing that people are guilty of, and I have been myself, is being constantly being surrounded by people who love to be basic. And I'll leave it at that. Today's quote of the day is by Mr. Warren Buffett himself. He says, "Honesty is a very expensive gift. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Do not expect it from cheap people." I could not agree with that statement more. It is. Being honest is very expensive, Now, everybody has their version of how they're honest and whatnot, because a lot of time people's candor can be very off, and a lot of times, even mine as well, but a lot of times when my candor, quote unquote, is off, it's because I'm passionate about something. And when I'm passionate about something, it sounds like I'm angry, but it's just like, no, I believe in this. And people always take it as my passion is me being angry towards somebody or me wanting to cuss somebody out. But it's nowhere near. It's just me caring about something. Because trust me, when I don't care about anything, I don't comment on it, and I'll let you know immediately when I don't care. So that's why I'll tell people that all the time. A lot of people are like, "Did you hear about such and such?" Don't care. Like when the whole thing with R. Kelly happened, finally, 30 years in prison. I'm like, well, it's been well overdue. Everybody knows he's a pedophile. Next chapter. Whether he got arrested or not, it wasn't going to affect my life. It's like the Roe v. Wade thing doesn't affect my life. I can't have children because I'm not a woman, one. And two, I don't put myself in those situations as an adult to where I'd have to worry about trying to get anyone an abortion or whatnot. I take that personal accountability and responsibility, because I don't want, especially nowadays in today's world, if the pandemic didn't teach people how to be more responsible, I don't know what freaking will. But that's another story for another day. All right. And seeing people that were my elders just having babies upon babies and whatnot, and I saw how it took effect on their soul, on their life, and how they couldn't, a lot of them had so many promising things that they could do. Nothing wrong with having children, but they had to slow down and make, when you have a kid, it's all about the kid, period. That's just the way it goes. So whatever hopes and aspirations, they had to cut it down or they had to change them or whatnot, but they couldn't live the life they had planned for them because they were out in the streets hoeing around. And I'm just going to call it what it is, We live in the era of condoms and birth control, so get it cracking, family. It's not that serious, but for some people it is. Like I said, the older I get, the less that having sex is an important thing to me. It's just, that's the best thing about getting old. It's like, not so much. Who cares? Not that important anymore. So life goes on. But anyways, on that note, family, do the great thing. Free things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live broke like a fool. Another thing, do not forget to check out my online store. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, do not forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorn, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and all that good stuff. You have the opportunity to make money when you sign up for those platforms, especially once you put a penny in the program. So on that note, family, take care.
What you know about